Flamingos with Embedded Mylar Flakes Gel Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a pretty simple flamingo watercolor design that has some Mylar flakes that are embedded into the nail. And the way that I did this with the Mylar flakes is there's a couple layers of gel that they're stuck in, and then you buff off any of that scratchy part that sticks out. If you've ever tried to just apply Mylar flakes and put top coat over the top of them, you're gonna know that that is not going to yield you a very smooth result. But if you kind of go through this process with gel and then filing it, it works out, and they're, I would say, 95% smooth. There's still a little bump or something here and there, but it does get a lot better. So if you have issues with Mylar flakes in the past, I hope this technique will help you. The flamingos themselves, like I said, pretty simple. They're very cute and very springy, and I don't know, I'm getting really tired of winter outside. We still have snow everywhere, so I'm just done with it. But I've been doing my nails all springy to kind of brighten the mood. I hope you guys like this one, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
Begin by painting all of your nails with white gel polish. So now I'm going to be applying a layer of gel top coat over the top of my nail, and this is going to be the one that has, this is the ring nail that just has the single flamingo without any background on it. And I'm going to pick up some Mylar flakes and I'm going to set them down. Now the first one I picked up was rather large. I would recommend not using one so big and just kind of puzzle piece them in together under the shape of where you're going to be putting your flamingo. Cure that. After it's cured, take it out and apply another layer of top coat. After that layer has cured, you're going to want to buff the nail because those Mylar flakes are notorious for sticking up and causing problems. So you're going to buff it because that's going to get rid of any of the Mylar flake that's not underneath the gel. You can also use a little hand file if you'd like. I kind of went back and forth whether I liked the buffer better or the file better. You can use either, but just make sure that you get rid of any of those little sticky uppy pieces. So now in a small cup, I'm going to place down a little bit of orange paint and then some pink paint, and then I'm going to dilute them with some water, which is going to create that watercolor effect on my nail. So now I'm going to be painting my flamingo. I started with the orange paint because I wanted the pink to just kind of be in the shadows, and the orange was a little bit brighter, which will make the whole flamingo a little bit more neon. So I added just that first layer of orange, and before that's dry, so you have to work quickly, start blending in some of that diluted pink paint. So just add that right away, and that diluted color is going to show your Mylar flakes through it. So your flamingo is going to have this really gorgeous iridescent opaly look on him. So then with black paint, which I diluted just for ease of painting, I'm going to be adding his outlines and his beak. So just try to keep it pretty minimal on the outlines. Don't go too crazy. Don't make them too dark either. You want your watercolor to have this really soft little appearance to it. So just add your outlines a little bit on the one side for where the wing would be, and then with white paint go through and add a little bit of white that's on the beak and the white that's going to be around the eye. Then going back with black, add just a little line for the beak for up the center and his pupil. On your thumb, middle, index, and pinky nails, pretty much all the other ones, apply your top coat and then stick Mylar flakes in the entire nail, filling it in. Because these ones are covered up with color entirely, that one flamingo just had some white background on it, which you didn't want any Mylar flakes in. But fill in the rest of the nails entirely with Mylar flakes as much as you can. Apply top coat, and then as you can see, those Mylar flakes are still sticking up, so you're going to have to go through and file it. This is the only way that I will use Mylar flakes. I think they're a giant pain in the butt because they are. So if you just do this multiple layer of gel and then buff it, that's the best way I think to use them. So then with the same orange and pink colors that I was using before, I'm just going to blend those together over the top of the entire nail, creating a soft gradient watercolor background that's just a little bit, you know, kind of fades in from color to color. And then with black paint, I'm going to be adding my dream catcher. So I'm going to start with a half circle right around the cuticle. And this is this is the thickest line in this design. And then I'm going to take and make little tiny lines that are just almost like petals that are interlocked going through, filling in the area above that half circle line. So just keep adding those little petal shapes just like that. Add a little dot in the center of it just to kind of finish off the middle, and then add 3 lines coming down from it, the longest one in the center and then shorter ones on either side, and then off the base or the bottom half of each of those lines add a whole bunch of little feathery lines for your feather. So just add a whole bunch of little lines coming off of that very quickly, very thin little lines. It's actually pretty easy to make these little feathers because they don't have to be perfect, they don't have to be anything. And then add 2 dots on the rest of your little string for 2 little beads or whatever they may be. And then add a tiny white line down the center of each feather just to kind of break it up so it wasn't quite so black on there, just to kind of brighten it up some. just like that. So now for the other nails, you're going to take some diluted green paint. I have a bright one and a dark one. Once again, grab your water, dilute your colors, and then you're going to be applying them over the top of the entire middle and pinky nail. So the only thing different between the thumb and the ring nail is that I took this green combo and I painted it in the background just so that it wasn't white. I couldn't decide if I wanted to have a green background on my flamingos or a white background, so I decided I'd do one of each, but that's the only difference there. After that has dried, you're going to go through with black paint and just paint outlines of leaves. So on my middle nail, I started out with 2 lines for like the stem of the leaf, and then I added just a whole bunch of little leaves coming off of it. On my pinky nail, I just decided to do 1 swooping from the top to the bottom of the nail just so that it wasn't quite so, there's not as much space on a pinky nail, so I decided I wouldn't do 2 sets of fronds or leaves, but just do 1. And then apply a layer of gel top coat. Once again, this has a lot of layers of gel top coat in it, but the design itself, I don't know if you can really see, you can see a little bit how much the color gets picked up underneath the flamingo and underneath the leaves. It just looks amazing. So I hope you guys like it, and please share any recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!